Three things that every new hire needs. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Hey, I got to apologize for one moment. I'm noticing as I'm watching this, my eyes are a little bloodshot. I think it's because I just went swimming and went into the hot tub and then came back up here. That's my only guess. I wasn't doing anything else. So I am out and about currently in Salt Lake City. Was out here for a business conference, and that was lots of fun. Very interesting, very profitable. Got a lot of good stuff out of it, and I'm going to go through three things that you're going to need before you hire anybody. And this is you can use these same three things whether you're looking at bringing a partner on or somebody to partner with or a vendor. This doesn't necessarily need to be a employee, a full-time employee or anything. It could be anybody that you're looking for. These are the three things I'm going to recommend you look for. The first thing is the most common one that everybody looks for, but I don't think enough people pay attention to, and that's skill. It's very unusual to find anyone who's actually skilled in anything today. You got people that have some familiarity with things, but very few people spend enough time in any one industry to have true skill at it. Meaning they've been doing it long enough that they really know what they're doing, that they know more about it than you do as the person that's doing the hiring. And that's a tough thing to find. It really is, and it's not something that should be taken for granted because it's rare to find someone. And obviously, it's a spectrum. And when you're talking skill, you're talking everything from a person that knows a little more than the average person all the way to a person that's been doing it for 10, 20 years. Uh, Skill is very much something that you need to pay attention to, and you need to pay attention to the amount of skill. And if you don't know enough about what you're hiring for, make sure you bring someone in to help out, to help quantify whether that person's skilled or not. So that's the first thing. The second thing that you need to watch for is is very uncommon that people pay attention to this, and it's very specific. It's something called conation. I've discussed it before on here before. There's three different parts of the brain, if you will. There's the affective end of the brain, which handles your emotions, your communications with people, and that's a lot of times when people split up personalities, whether it be Myers Briggs or whether it be the DISC model. When you're talking about personality distinctions, oftentimes that's dealing with the affective part of the brain. And then you've got the cognitive part of the brain, which handles a lot of your memories, your thoughts, the typical, basically memory and learning part of the brain, and that we focus so much on when it comes to schooling and so forth. Once again, one of those things that can go up and down over time, depending on the person. But the conative part of the brain, the conative part of the brain, the conative part of the brain, I should say, is what we deal in with conation. And this has been studied a lot, and I think the best person to talks about this is Kathy Kolbe. Kathy Kolbe. Go and check out her materials on this. She has numerous books, numerous courses. You could become certified in her concepts of conation, and she's able to split up conation into four major areas that everyone has a little bit in, but most people are extremely high in certain areas and lower in others. And some people are very close toward the middle, and that each of those distinctions tells you whether they're going to enjoy the job they're doing and really be proficient in it or not, regardless of skill and regardless of anything else. So you got to pay attention to conation. Go find out more about conation. Watch some of my other videos on it, or just look up some other videos and check out Kathy Kolbe's information. She's got a podcast and everything else. Really great stuff. The third thing you're going to watch for is something that's talked about a lot, but it's one of those things I think that we put aside way too often, and that's character. Okay, the person's got to be of good character. They have to have some type of integrity, some type of honesty, some type of worth ethic that should be relatively visible the first time you meet them. And if they're lax in a lot of very important ways, if they don't show up on time, if they're not punctual, sometimes it can be not that big a deal, but sometimes it can be a character issue. And you got to keep your eyes open for that, and maybe have period of time where you test people out when you're first hiring them. And if anything else, you should watch for the character issue, because they may have the skills, they may have the cognitive ability, but if they don't have good character, you're not going to want them around your operation. It leaches out into everything else. One bad apple ruins the whole bunch. So this is just three simple concepts for you. Uh, one of the reasons why I have these videos is I like to promote some of the things that I've been doing, and one of the things we're promoting right now over at brianjpombo.com is dreambizchat.com. Dreambizchat.com is a special website on the brianjpombo.com domain that talks that distinctly to business owners and executives. So if you're a business owner or you're an executive that's in the self-reliance field, meaning you have products or services that help people to become more self-reliant, you're going to want to go check out dreambizchat.com. The link is in the description. You're welcome to click on it. Go and watch the video over there and see if you find any of it helpful, or you think the dream business transformation would be helpful to you. It's free if you qualify. So go check that out. Hey, hopefully you have a great night. Tomorrow we'll be back in beautiful Oregon. I'm not sure if I'll be in Oregon by the time I talk to you, but that's a whole nother story. We'll tell you more about that tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.